Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mr. Cutkey. How are you? I hope everyone is well. Almost Thanksgiving time. I'm sure people are going to have a great time this week. But today we are here to talk about a little bit about science. In particular, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about something called a habitat. We're going to try to figure out what is a habitat. I don't know if you've heard the word before, but you might not have. Well, a simple definition of habitat is it's an area in which you live or an animal lives. What does a habitat provide? Well, whatever habitat you are in, it should provide food, water, and shelter for the creatures that live there. Habitats can be almost everywhere. Habitats such as we have the wetlands, we have deserts, we have rainforests, we have plains, we have tundra, we have oceans. There are some other habitats that I might not have listed, such as the Antarctic and the Arctic, where it's snowy and cold all the time. Each of these things, wetlands, deserts, rainforests, plains, tundra, oceans, all provide for those who live there. They provide food, water, and shelter for those animals. Habitats can be almost everywhere. Knowing that much, let's take a look at a book about habitats. Let's get started.
Habitat. A habitat is a place in nature. Plants live in habitats. Animals live in habitats. Some animals make homes in their habitats. Living and non-living things. There are living things in habitats. Plants and animals are living things. There are also non-living things in habitats. Rocks, water, and dirt are non-living things.
So we know that we have living and non-living things in habitats.
In their habitats, animals have everything they need. Plants and animals need air, water, and food to stay alive. Everything they need is in their habitats. This bird has found food in its habitat.
Remember, everything they need to stay alive is there.
Habitat homes. Some animals have homes. This baby fox has a home. The log is its home. The baby fox lives in the log. Backyard habitats. Backyards are habitats. Backyards are places behind people's homes. Backyards in the country may be big, and city backyards may be small. Look around. It is fun to spend time in your backyard. What living things do you see in your yard? What non-living things do you see in your yard? After this book, you're going to go on a scavenger hunt of your yard. You're going to record the things that you see.
So think about that. You probably have a lot of things to look at when you look at your window. Are there birds? Are there squirrels? Are there different types of trees and plants that live in your habitat?
Habitats have changing weather. Many places have 4 seasons. The seasons are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. As the seasons change, the weather also changes in backyard habitats. The weather is warm in spring. Many plants grow. The weather is hot in summer. Flowers bloom on plants. The weather is cool in autumn. Leaves fall from the trees. The weather is cold in winter. Snow covers the ground.
And remember, when you have different seasons, you might even have different animals that live in your habitat during those seasons. when it's really hot at one point of the year and then really cold at another point of the year, some animals may leave. Some animals may go to sleep.
Backyard plants. There are many plants in backyards. Trees are big plants. Apples grow on some trees. Bushes are smaller plants. Berries grow on some bushes. The ground in many backyards is covered with grass. Growing plants. Some people have flower gardens in their backyards. Bees and butterflies visit the flowers. Some people also have vegetable gardens in their backyards. They eat the vegetables they grow. Plants make food. Living things need food. Plants make their own food. Plants use the sunlight, air, and water to make food. Making food from sunlight, air, and water is called photosynthesis. Parts of making food. A plant gets sunlight through its leaves. It also gets air through its leaves. The plant gets water through its roots. The plant uses sunlight, air, and water to make food. Backyard animals. These animals live in backyards. They can find food in backyards. They can also find places to live. Other animals also live in.
So let's think about it. We know where we live. We see honeybees and we see birds and we see squirrels and an occasional raccoon. We don't see rabbits that much around here. We don't see deer or skunk. But when you look out your window, there are animals that live in our habitat. You could almost say that Kew Gardens is our habitat.
Which animals live in your backyard? There is water in some backyards. Some backyards have streams. Streams have moving water. Other backyards have ponds. Ponds have still water. These people are feeding geese in a pond. Some animals live near water. Frogs and turtles live near water. Sometimes frogs and turtles visit backyards that are near water.
I have a question. If you didn't have a pond or a lake, would you ever see a frog there? Probably not, because frogs need water in their habitats to survive.
Do you have any frogs and turtles in your backyard? Babies in spring. Baby animals are born in the spring. Baby rabbits hop around the grass. Young raccoons play in the trees. Baby deer follow their mothers. This baby deer drinks its mother's milk. Birds in the trees. Birds build homes called nests. Baby birds chirp in their nest. They chirp to tell their mothers that they are hungry. Mother birds find them food. They put the food into the mouths of their babies.
Remember, it's the springtime when we see animal babies in our habitat, in Kew Gardens. So in March, April, May is when we see all the new babies born.
Plenty of food. Animals find food in their habitats. Many backyard animals eat plants. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Squirrels are herbivores. They eat seeds, flowers, and nuts. Eating animals. Some animals eat other animals. These animals are called carnivores. Pygmy owls are carnivores. They eat chipmunks and blue jays. Eating many foods. Some animals are omnivores. They eat both plants and other animals. Possums are omnivores. They eat berries and grass, and they also eat mice.
Remember, in your habitat, say in Kew Gardens, all of the animals, we have herbivores, animals that only eat grass. We have omnivores, animals that eat both plants and animals. And we have carnivores. An example of an animal such as a carnivore that would prefer to eat meat in Kew Gardens, we could say a hawk. We have them. Or even a wild cat would be considered a carnivore. They're out there. They're always on the hunt looking for something to eat.
Getting energy. All living things need energy. Energy helps living things grow and move. Energy comes from the sun. Plants use the sun's energy to make food. Animals get energy by eating. A woodchuck is an herbivore. It gets energy by eating clover.
Remember, we use photosynthesis, taking the energy from the sun and turning it into a different type of energy, sugar and air for the plants.
Energy for carnivores. A carnivore gets energy by eating other animals. A hawk is a carnivore. It gets energy by eating a woodchuck. Some animals make homes in backyards. They sleep in their homes. Skunks dig homes under the ground. Rabbits make homes in bushes. Raccoons make homes in trees. A raccoon's home is called a den. Some porcupines make homes on the ground. Other porcupines make their homes in trees. Porcupines eat parts of trees. They eat bark, twigs, and leaves.
I want you, when you have a chance, to look at a tree, look up and down the tree. Do you see animals on the tree? Do you see animals going in and out of the tree? Where are the squirrels? Where are the birds? Every night when you go to sleep, all of those animals are finding places to live. They have homes. Although you don't see them when they're running around outside, they all have some place to go at night.
Porcupines never eat the trees that are their homes. There are some backyard animals that you may not see in the daytime. These animals sleep during the day. They wake up at night to look for food. These baby foxes are sleeping in soft grass during the day. These
I can tell you that our habitat, Kew Gardens, we have bats in Kew Gardens at Forest Park. You go to Forest Park when the sun is going down and you look up into the sky, you can see bats flying around. And I've even been told that there are coyotes, sometimes in Forest Park. Not often, it's very rare, but they have been seen. So we have some pretty wild animals around here.
bats are sleeping in the daytime. They are hanging from a tree branch. They hold on tightly with their feet. Most bats sleep in groups. How many bats are in this group?
Count them.
In summer, you may see many animals in your backyard. In winter, you may see very few animals. Many animals sleep through the winter weather. They sleep in warm homes. This mouse has found a warm home. Waking up to eat. Chipmunks hide seeds and nuts for the winter. They sleep through most of winter. Sometimes they wake up because they are hungry.
Some animals in our habitat sleep through the winter. They go underground or in a tree, and they kind of shut down for a few months. They're eating a lot of food right now, collecting a lot of nuts, going to eat a lot, and they're going to sleep a lot during the winter because it's too cold outside for many of the animals. Many of them are mammals just like us. They need to stay warm, so they stay inside, just like we do.
Eat the hidden food when they wake up. It's time to go on a hunt to see what animals you can find in your backyard.
If you have some time, see if you can see any of these animals. Yes, and we do have raccoons. There are a lot of raccoons in Kew Gardens.
Happy hunting!
So, kiddos, There you have it. We learned a little bit about habitats today. In particular, we learned about a habitat where we might live. But remember, whether you're in the wetlands, the desert, the rainforest, the plains, the tundra, or the ocean, all of these places provide animals and creatures a habitat to live within. It provides them with the food, the protection, the water that they need. Kindergarten, I can't wait to see you guys. Until we meet again, I want you to work on the material I gave you about habitats. Have a nice week, kiddos. I can't wait to see you, and be good.